Tuna Kamhi TV izleyeceğiniz yayını sunar. Hello, dear followers. Today we are calling you from Hamburg, from Germany. My guest is Aylin Bal Taylor. She is a pharmacist and she is also involved in all complementary healing studies. So she is a holistic pharmacist. Dear Aylin.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much. Could you please tell us, how did you start to combine pharmacy with energy works? Please go ahead, Aylin.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here again, and because I know we will pass this great knowledge to many people. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you again for inviting us. So yes, obviously some followers may know me. I'm originally a pharmacist, but since I was little, I always was interested in holistic therapies. I always thought this is not enough. You know what we thought in schools and the books? It wasn't enough for me. So I always look behind the doors, behind the boxes, behind the reasons. So because I was very curious about stuff, and being curiosity opened many doors, and that started, to be honest. Obviously, I'm graduated as a pharmacist, and then I done many pharmacology and marketing, etc. So many different masters I had, but then I come across with NLP, and then it's really opened my eyes. It's like a veil was curtains over my eyes, and I could see this world much better. So, and then my journey started, and it involved timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, Reiki, and so many well-being.
That's
right. Energy therapies, philosophy, sort of trainings, etc. So here I am, and I am now combined with my pharmacy, conventional pharmacy, medicine knowledge with the holistic therapies, which I think as a planet, we need this more than ever this time. So yeah, I'm happy to work with this clients, I call patients, who has some problems socially, psychologically, even physically, because health is a holistic thing. It just involves like physical health, mental health, and social health. So I am using all these tools since last probably 40 years, 30 years I learned, and now I'm combined with this with holistic, and I am thrilled to help people and share my knowledge.
Wonderful. Thank you, Aylin. Now, my first question will be, is it really possible to create or to change our future? What do you think about?
It is a big question. It is a very big question, because I call we need to understand science of being first to be able to talk about even this subject. Because if we don't understand how we came to this world and being of science of being, who we are, where we come from, what are we doing in this world?
What is our mission?
So, absolutely. Yes. If we understand those subjects, then we can just start talking about it. So, and then, yes, I would answer yes, but in limited situations, which is if we meant to be doing these changes in our life, because I believe we decided our journey before we come here already, because our consciousness not properly good enough to make decisions while we are living, or I would say while we are in this world. So we made our decision before we came to here. So according to these decisions we already made before we even born, So if it's in our lifetime path, yes, now we may think, I want to change something. That thought and the wish and the feeling, it comes to you if you already planned this before you come around this world. This is my belief.
Yeah, it is my belief also.
So, and then if you think, oh, I want to change this life and I want to achieve this and that, that's perfect, because how you feel about it must be in your lifetime journey. So go for it. Then there are different tools to make it easily and efficiently. It's easier. And but if meant to happen, you will create it. If not meant to happen in your life path, I don't think whatever you do, it will not happen. Everything happens for a good reason, I believe. But these kinds of stuff, it makes you achieve easily, because universe likes action. If you sit down, do nothing, I don't think universe like this. So you need to act on time and accordingly. So your question is, yes, you can create your own future, change the stuff in your life, but if it's meant to happen.
Yeah, good, very good. What is the science of being, and what are the benefits? What do you think about, Aylin?
Okay. Obviously, you tell all these things, you are involved as well. And science of being is to understand who we are. If you don't know who we are, I don't think we can't do anything properly, because even any techniques you may have could be anything like Reiki, hypnotherapy, crystals, any energies, anything. I don't think you can achieve properly, because if you haven't got imagine a building, a house you built, if you don't have the basement right, the root will not be, successful. It will not be strong enough. So you need to build your house on a good base, isn't it? So this kinds of knowledge, it's important to know first. Like, who are we? If we understand we are part of the one thing, all of us, so we are part of one energy. If you think about the creator, we are sort of similar as a creator, because he created us, but we are part of that energy. So if you understand this, and you understand how we decide to come to the world, and that's the thing. So you understand science of being, especially the principles of the universe you need to understand. Because if you don't know the rules and principles, any action you do in life, it will not work properly. You will be frustrated if nothing happens. You need to understand the principles of life.
Yes, so the rules are very important.
Yeah.
How do we understand the rules, Aylin? Because there are many rules, and how do we understand the rules of the universe?
There are principles, aren't they? Main 6-7 principles of the world. So, like hermetic principles.
Yes.
So like everything really important. So if education, I think what it says on the religious book, read, isn't it? So we need to read and understand all the principles of the universe. For example,
perhaps to follow the events. How do you say? We attract many events in our lives. So we have to follow. Why did I attract this event in my life?
Perfect.
So this is the first question, I think. And what is the reason of this rule? What is the reason of this event? So I think it's better to follow everything.
You're so right. We need to understand the sign of or language of the universe.
Yes.
If anything happens to us, as you described, we say, why this has happened to me? What are the learnings of this problem? I always ask, why this has happened to me? Because obviously, if it depends, everything is energy. If we control our energy, if we vibrate on a higher frequency, we'll attract the higher frequency vibrations. Could be events, higher frequency vibrated events, or the people. So if you are healthy, clean-minded, you haven't got any anger, sadness, fear, guilt, conflict, and then your energy will rise. And then if you're a clean eater as well, if you meditate, do physical exercise, drink everything holistically, I'm talking.
Yes, drink much water.
So. Absolutely. You will attract the right events.
Yes.
Miracles will start to happen to you. Sometimes you think, oh, well, how this has happened? Because if your vibration is so high, you think 1 second and then fantastic miracles can happen. I'm sure it happened to you in the past.
Yes,
and
of course.
Keep happening as well. That's right. So the main thing is to keep our vibrations high. So there are ways of doing it, from crystals to music to whatever, all the aromatherapy and etc. So that's really, really important. But the main thing is we need to understand this, the knowledge, and then we can build on our life on the top of it. Because if you don't understand this, if anything happened to you, you may feel like, oh, I am like a victim, and you may feel anger, and then anger feeling will bring like health problems as well, like high cholesterol, heart problems. If you, for example, if something happened bad to you, if you feel sadness, that's important feelings, and then it weakens your immune system and it causes depression and all sorts of problems. So we got to be really aware of our feelings, which is really important. So it may cause physical problems, psychological problems, and we will not have a life what we like. So if you want a life happy, joyful, that whatever you want to achieve, you want to clear all these limited belief, unwanted feelings in your unconscious mind, and then you can start fresh and live the moment, and then you can build and create your future.
Very nice. Thank you very much. So one more question, because I have many questions to ask you. What are the consequences not understanding the science of being? What are they?
So good question. Thank you. If you don't understand the principles, being, science of being, why we are here, and then we get frustrated, as I just mentioned before, because whatever happens in our life, because life is like this, isn't it? It's like a pendulum. It never goes right. Sometimes could be sad problems, problems, anything could happen. So then you may get frustrated, you may get angry, you may be sad, you may have fear, you may have guilt, you may have conflict in life. And then those feelings cause trouble. And you say, oh, I done this, so many picture in my head, like I want, for example, I want a nice car, I want a loving relationship, I want to achieve whatever in my business. Nothing will happen because you're living with all these unwanted feelings, and you're lowering your frequency vibration. And whatever, if you do on a whatever Reiki you do, whatever treatment you do, whatever crystals you use, whatever, if you don't sort of program your brain right, you will not achieve anything. So the thing is, get rid of all these feelings and limited beliefs. For example, some people say, oh, I can't attract my love of my life. So some people would think, okay, first of all, maybe you already decided not to have a love of life in this journey, this lifetime.
Yes.
So you got to accept first what's happening because everything happens for a good reason. But still, if you want to have attract a love of your life, you need to raise your vibration. Get rid of all the limited belief in your head, and then focus. And I will explain to you, because this is our topic today, create your own future technique. It is an amazing technique that you can create your future. You can put on your timeline and you can achieve it. But as I repeat again, if it's meant to happen, if it's not meant to happen for a reason, you have to accept and trust the universe.
Yes. How does this technique work?
Okay. This technique is kind of includes NLP and hypnotherapy. And
Reiki also?
No.
No, Reiki no.
This is a very trademark technique, and it's not many people know, to be honest. That's the secret of this technique. I had this learning with my NLP coaching and hypnotherapy practitioner, master practitioner training. It was there. So I created my life because I repeat, and meant to happen today. Where I am today, I use this technique.
Can you repeat, please, the name of the technique, please?
Create your own future.
Okay.
It's a trademark a technique that I am using to my patients and for myself.
Okay.
So what it is, actually, you elicit your timeline, first of all. So how do you elicit your timeline? The question is, where is your past? Where is your future? So if I ask you that question, where is your past? Where is your future? Or can you remember something 1 week ago? Just imagine something. And where is it? Is it your left, right, front, back, or where is yours? For example, we ask that question and we elicit the timeline of that person. For example, where is your past?
There is no past. There is no past.
Everything is now. But another question, can you remember an event and happened last week?
Yes, of course.
Where is it exactly? Left, right, front, back, sort of?
Left, right. Left, right.
Left.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So your past is on your left, your future is on your right.
That's right.
Perfect. This is your linear timeline you have. So what we do, we get a goal, right? That goal, if you want to achieve whatever it is, has to be SMART. What is SMART? Specific, simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timed. So, for example, you may say, I want to buy a new house. So that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. You put a time, say, I want a house in 1 year time, 2023, for example. So we put all these information, we make an internal...
You have to write everything very clearly.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
We need to visual representation, auditory representation, and kinesthetic representation we use.
Yes.
I ask you to imagine all the colors, all the feelings, all the sounds, everything. It's a very specific, kind of hypnotherapy involved as well. So you sit down, close your eyes, I talk through half hypnotic, half NLP, and then we do this on your timeline. I ask you to flow up your timeline, then you look your future, go to your future, feel the feeling, imagine that you achieved it, etc. It's all this combination of many techniques, to be honest. And then we put your target into your future, your timeline, and you come back and you trust the universe, and then it will happen. The belief is really, really important.
Yes, it is. What is the success rate? What is the benefits also of this technique?
As long as creators allows us, the success rate is 100%. That's
100%.
Really, yes. But if it's meant to happen in your life, you make it faster, and you can create in details, however you like it. for example, myself, I never put that in my timeline that I will change again my country, because I was living in UK, as you know, and then I created and used this timeline, create your own future technique, but I never mentioned and changing the country. Interesting. So everything I got today, and it's happened, but I thought it will happen in UK. That's a really one thing I missed. I could write that in the same country. So what you wish for, you got to be really careful in details. You need to write. For example, if you want love of your life, you must even mention how the color of the eyes, the personality, the job, and etc. It's a long list. If whatever you ask from the universe, if it's meant to happen, you will have it. But you got to trust it to the creator as well.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Aylin.
Thank you.
This is what I wanted to ask you. This was the question. So, dear Aylin, thank you very much for accepting my invitation and joining this conversation. So I hope to see you again and talk about many different subjects and titles. Thank you for coming in this meeting, and I hope to see you again.
Thank you very much for having me, and all the best. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.